Check out the latest titles from the North High Library. These are biographies and autobiographies chosen just for you by Mrs. Tomlinson. I Will Always Write Back. This book traces the friendship between an American girl and her pen pal from an impoverished region of Zimbabwe, describing how 12-year-old Caitlin wrote to an unknown student for a class assignment and then shared a life-changing 6-year correspondence. Unbroken. A captivating young adult edition of the award-winning #1 New York Times bestseller documents the inspirational true story of how Louis Zamperini, a juvenile delinquent turned Olympic athlete and World War II pilot, crashed into the ocean and survived for weeks on a life raft, only to become a prisoner of war. It includes more than 100 photographs and an exclusive interview with Louis Zamperini. Hey Kiddo is a powerful graphic memoir by the award-winning author, traces the author's unconventional coming of age with a drug addict mother, an absent father, and 2 lovingly opinionated grandparents. Outcasts United. This shares the inspirational story of a youth soccer team comprised of refugees from around the world, who, under the guidance of a formidable female coach, helped to transform their Georgia community. They Called Us Enemy. The iconic actor and activist presents a graphic memoir detailing his experiences as a child prisoner in the Japanese-American internment camps of World War II, reflecting on the hard choices his family made in the face of legalized racism. Of Beetles and Angels. An autobiography of a boy who, at the age of 3, fled civil war in Ethiopia by walking with his mother and brother to a Sudanese refugee camp, and later moved to Chicago and earned a scholarship to Harvard University. It includes recipes and discussion questions. Dancing at the Pity Party. Tyler Feder shares her story of her mother's first oncology appointment to facing reality as a motherless daughter in this frank and refreshingly funny graphic memoir. The 57 Bus. This tells the true story of an agender teen who was set on fire by another teen while riding a bus in Oakland, a crime that focuses on the concepts of race, class, gender, crime, and punishment. The Faithful Spy. Adolf Hitler's Nazi party is gaining strength and becoming more menacing every day. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a pastor upset by the complacency of the German church toward the suffering around it, forms a breakaway church to speak out against the established political and religious authorities. When the Nazis outlaw the church, he escapes as a fugitive. Struggling to reconcile his faith and the teachings of the Bible with the Nazi party's evil agenda, Bonhoeffer decides that Hitler must be stopped by any means possible. How Dare the Sun Rise? The author shares the story of her survival during the Gatumba massacre, despite losing her mother and sister, and how after moving to America, she found healing through art and activism. March, Book 1. A first-hand account of the author's lifelong struggle for civil and human rights spans his youth in rural Alabama, his life-changing meeting with Martin Luther King Jr., and the birth of the Nashville student movement. Vincent and Theo, the Van Gogh brothers. During his lifetime, Vincent van Gogh has no greater champion of his work than his devoted brother Theo. As an art gallery owner, Theo pushes for the recognition that Van Gogh's masterpieces deserve, only to be met with abject failure. While Van Gogh struggles with obscurity and mental illness, Theo faces serious financial difficulties due to poor sales. Eventually, both the Van Gogh brothers begin falling apart over the reality of their unrealized